Task Force TV, live from the 27th National Conference on LGBTQ Equality, Creating Change in Denver, Colorado.
And now we've caught up with Micheal Kaplan, the CEO of AIDS United here at Creating Change. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good to have you here. Let's start off with this. Where are we right now in terms of AIDS and HIV prevention, treatment, elimination?
I think we're probably at the greatest time of potential for ending the epidemic. I tested HIV positive in '92, and back then we didn't have much. We had AZT and not a lot of news. Today we got over 30 treatments. A person testing positive today on treatment could live almost a full life, and being on treatment stops transmission. We also have PrEP, so it's a very promising time. Unfortunately, the knowledge of Americans, and particularly LGBTQ community, is not where it needs to be in terms of knowing about treatment as prevention and PrEP.
And that's a lot of your work, right? It's information, it's knowledge, it's limiting that stigma that unfortunately is still there, but improving?
It's certainly improving. I mean, even today, though, in 2012, 2 years ago, according to Kaiser Family Foundation, 1 in 5 Americans wouldn't want to work next to a positive person. 1 in 3 wouldn't want a positive person taking care of their child. So we got a long way to go. People don't see positive people as much because now we can live with it, and so there's less activism out, and people are hanging low. And the challenge is then people don't want to go seek treatment and let others know they're positive because of the stigma.
And we can't forget, right? I mean, I know Ebola was the news this past year or whatever, but HIV and AIDS is still...
I mean, we're at 50,000 new infections each and every year for almost the last dozen years. And unfortunately, the one population that's seeing growth in infections, young gay men of color and the gay community at large, and transgender women. When we've seen infections go down among heterosexual, and we've seen it gone down among injecting drug users, our own community, we failed ourselves. And I think we can turn this around, but now's the time. We have the tools. We just got to act up on it.
And that's the essence of your relationship here with Creating Change, correct?
Absolutely, and they've been such a great partner in terms of making sure HIV is not just in a plenary, but in workshops, and getting knowledge out, making sure there's testing available, things like that.
And you mentioned it briefly, and it's certainly one of the topics here this week. Describe PrEP to us and tell us what it's all about. And it's fascinating, right? But still not without its critics?
Yeah, I mean, frankly, the critics are loud, but they're pretty small in size. So PrEP is a single pill a day to prevent the acquisition of HIV. It is for people who are HIV negative. The medicine that's approved right now is Truvada, but there are others being researched. And it is particularly recommended by CDC for those at high risk, such as young gay men, those who might be in a serodiscordant couple where one is positive and one is negative, transgender women, or people in sex work.
And one more thing then, what can we look ahead to now in 2015 that will hopefully have developed, we can talk about next year, Creating Change 2016?
You know, I don't know that they'll be out in 2015, but there's some long-acting PrEP where it's not going to have to be a pill a day, but might be once a quarter or once a month. I think what I look forward most is that we're getting HIV back on the agenda for the LGBTQ community. I think that more than anything, getting us talking about it, realizing we finally have the tools and now we need the energy to end it, is really what I want to see in 2015.
All right, Micheal, thanks for taking a few minutes. Appreciate that. You guys are doing great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right. We've got more here from Creating Change 2015 in Denver, so keep it locked on Task Force TV.
Task Force TV, live from the 27th National Conference on LGBTQ Equality, Creating Change in Denver, Colorado.